Why your brain has a delete button for useless memories. Let's get right into it. Number 10. The Great Brain Hoard. Your brain is basically a messy digital desktop. At first, it neatly files memories into little folders. Birthdays, arguments, that one time you sneezed on your crush. But eventually, it just gives up. Scientists call this synaptic pruning. But you can think of it like your brain yelling, "We're out of storage!" and hitting delete on anything that hasn't been opened in a while. When you were a kid, you might have remembered every Pokémon, your favorite crayon color, and your teacher's perfume. But as an adult, your brain decides that remembering which Ninja Turtle liked pizza isn't worth the real estate. Instead, it keeps high-priority files, like where your car keys are supposed to be, and your boss's urgent email tone. This delete function isn't broken, it's survival. Your neurons are pruning away weak or unused connections, so your thoughts don't get buried under mental junk mail. It's like your mind running a spam filter, but instead of congratulations, you've won $10 million. It's tossing out what your fourth grade desk smelled like. So if you can't remember the plot of Avatar 2, don't worry. Your brain just Marie Kondo'd that information out of existence. Number 9. Dream trash collection. You know that weird dream where your math teacher was a dragon and you both opened a bakery? That wasn't random. It was memory garbage day. When you sleep, your brain plays janitor. It takes all the stuff you absorbed, TikToks, snack labels, unfinished arguments, and decides what stays and what goes. The hippocampus sorts through it like a tired librarian, muttering, "We do not need 7 copies of Random Man Sneezed on the Bus." This process, called memory consolidation, keeps your mental storage from becoming a hoarder's paradise. Dreams are like the chaotic remix your brain makes while shredding old files. That's why they feel so bizarre. It's just different memories being tossed into the mental blender. Basically, your dreams are your brain's delete confirmation screen. Except instead of clicking a button, you're flying naked over a volcano, and somehow that means, yes, delete all. Number 8. Why you forget names instantly. You meet someone. They say, "Hi, I'm Rachel." And 3 seconds later, your brain goes, "Who?" That's not rudeness, it's efficiency. Your brain prioritizes meaning over labels. A name by itself doesn't give it enough context to latch onto. It's like trying to save a file with no title. It just disappears into the void. In those first seconds, your brain is overloaded, processing body language, tone, handshake pressure, possible escape routes. And by the time it gets to Rachel, the working memory buffer is full. So the name gets booted out faster than an unpaid Netflix user. Psychologists call it the attentional blink. Your brain literally blinks, attention-wise, when too much info hits at once. The fix? Connect the name to something weird. Rachel, the ravenous raccoon who steals bagels. Boom! Now your brain has a hook. So next time you forget someone's name, don't feel bad. Your brain didn't delete it out of malice. It just didn't think Rachel would ever come up again. Number 7. Selective memory, because your brain's petty. Ever noticed how you vividly remember an embarrassing thing you did in 2013, but not where you put your wallet yesterday? That's your brain playing favorites. Emotional memories, especially painful or shame-filled ones, stick because your brain flags them as survival lessons. Evolution didn't care about remembering your Wi-Fi password. It cared about remembering, "Don't embarrass yourself in front of the tribe." Meanwhile, neutral stuff, like that password, gets auto-deleted. Your amygdala and hippocampus work together like overprotective parents. No, sweetie, you don't need to remember that meeting. You need to remember when Todd laughed at your presentation. This selective system is useful until it's not. Because now, every time you try to sleep, your brain replays that one time you waved back at someone who wasn't waving at you. Congratulations, you're living rent-free in your own head. Basically, your memory isn't a vault. It's a petty editor with bad priorities. Number 6, the brain's save space feature. You know how your phone automatically deletes old photos to make room for new ones? Yeah, your brain does that too. It's called neural efficiency, which sounds fancy, but basically means your gray matter hates clutter. Every time you learn something new, your brain goes, all right, what can we overwrite? Old memories get compressed, merged, or straight up deleted to save bandwidth. That's why you can recall random high school drama, but can't remember the name of that documentary you watched last week. It's not laziness, it's optimization. The brain stores patterns, not perfect copies. So instead of remembering every single sandwich you've ever eaten, it just keeps a general sandwich template and deletes the rest. Unless, of course, one of those sandwiches was truly traumatic. RIP tuna melt incident of 2015. Basically, your brain is a ruthless minimalist with commitment issues. It doesn't care about preserving history. It cares about running smoothly. You're not forgetful. You're just efficiently updated software. Number 5, the false memory factory. Here's a fun one. Your brain doesn't just delete stuff, it rewrites it. You're not remembering events, you're remembering your last memory of the event. It's like resaving a JPEG over and over until it's 12 pixels and vibes. Psychologists call this reconsolidation. Every time you recall something, your brain takes it out of storage, fiddles with it, and then stuffs it back in, slightly edited. Over time, your memories become a bad game of telephone with yourself. That's why two people can swear the same event happened differently. Your brain might delete inconvenient details and insert new ones to keep the story flattering. So if your memory makes you look like the hero of every situation, congrats. You're just running your own PR department. In short, your brain doesn't keep a diary. It keeps a fan fiction. Number 4, the curse of routine amnesia. Ever drive home and realize you don't remember a single turn? Welcome to autopilot mode. Your brain basically said, "We've done this 100 times. Wake me up if a moose appears." When tasks become repetitive, the prefrontal cortex, the part that handles conscious attention, clocks out early. Your procedural memory takes over, which means your brain deletes the details mid-task because they're predictable and boring. That's also why you can't recall brushing your teeth this morning. You did it. You just didn't bother to remember it. The brain is allergic to monotony. It saves its energy for novelty, emotion, or danger. Routine? Deleted faster than expired files in your recycle bin. So if you've ever panicked thinking, "Did I lock the door?" You probably did. Your brain just didn't deem it worth remembering. Apparently, safety doesn't spark joy. Number 3, the distraction wipeout. Your attention span is like a toddler, easily distracted and always breaking things. Every time your focus shifts, your working memory hits the reset button. Say you're studying and your phone buzzes. You glance at a meme, laugh, and come back to your notes, and poof, the last paragraph is gone. That's attentional interference. Your brain's way of saying, if you're gonna look at cats, then clearly algebra isn't important. Your short-term memory lasts about 20 seconds without rehearsal. Miss that window, and the data dissolves into mental confetti. The irony? The meme sticks, the math vanishes. So yeah, multitasking isn't productive. It's just a stylish way of erasing your own thoughts. Number 2, trauma's selective delete key. Here's where things get dark, literally. Your brain can delete memories to protect you. Not like I forgot my locker combo, but full-blown, my mind refuses to go there. When something traumatic happens, your brain's emotional control center, the amygdala, freaks out and floods your system with stress hormones. In the chaos, your hippocampus, the memory archivist, goes offline. It's like trying to save a Word document during a power outage. Some parts get stored, others vanish into the void. This is why trauma survivors sometimes can't recall certain moments or details. It's not denial, it's neurological triage. The brain hides painful fragments until you're emotionally equipped to handle them. Unfortunately, that also means memories can resurface years later, often triggered by random sights, smells, or sounds. Think of it as your brain's emergency do not open until stable folder. And yes, it's a weirdly kind but chaotic system, like a security guard who keeps throwing your luggage into different rooms for your own good. Your brain's delete button isn't always cruel. It's sometimes mercy disguised as forgetfulness. Number 1, the Great Memory Refresh. Every 7 to 10 years, most of your brain's neural pathways are rebuilt, rewired, or replaced. Translation? You're not even you in terms of memory architecture. The person who remembered your first heartbreak is technically extinct. This process is called neuroplasticity. It's the brain's way of keeping itself young and efficient by deleting old pathways that don't serve you anymore. Like a spring cleaning for your mind. Ever revisit an old memory and realize it doesn't sting like it used to? That's not emotional growth. That's your neurons quietly uninstalling emotional attachments. It's your brain updating the OS and patching old bugs. So when people say you've changed, they're not wrong. The self you were years ago has been mostly overwritten. Memories compressed, emotions deleted, new ones installed. It's both eerie and kind of comforting. You are literally a new edition of yourself, running smoother code. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.